Chapter 30. The Wall of Protection. It was the summer of 1979. One evening at the church where I lived in Iași, there was a knock at the door. It was one of the elders from the Baptist church in Vicovu de Sus, Aurel Coroama. He made a hand signal that let me know he wanted to speak to me in secret. We went outside and sat on a bench. "I come in the name of 4 churches in our area," he said. "We want the Zion Children's Choir to come and sing in our area for the glory of God. You traveled hundreds of miles all over Romania, but you never came to Vicovu. It is only 3 hours away from Iași. The children can also have a few days of vacation in the mountains." "We will come," I said. "Shall we plan it for the first week of September before school starts? This way I will have time to prepare the trip with my brother Theodor." "That will be fine. You will all stay at my place. I have a large house. Don't forget that Christians are not allowed to travel as a group, but 2 is not considered a group. I will tell the children to come 2 by 2 from the railway station to your house," I said. "Here is the money for the train tickets," he said and handed me an envelope. "Thank you." I was delighted at the thought of making this trip with a choir, but will the children be safe? The next Sunday, in the orchard behind the church, I gave the good news to the children. "Keep quiet about the trip," I told them. Over the next few weeks, Theodor bought the tickets. The trip by train to Vicovu went well. The children pretended they did not know each other, and no one noticed that we were a group. 2 by 2, the children walked from the train station to Coroama's house. Long tables were set up in the garden behind the house. The ladies prepared chicken borscht with lavish sheep cheese with corn mash and homemade bread. Hay mattresses were spread all over the house, even in the attic. For the first 3 evenings, the choir sang in packed churches. There was no trouble with the police. I thought the last evening would be the same. That afternoon, the children were with me in the garden. The adults were there too. We had a rehearsal time for the evening program. We prayed on our knees that the Lord would use us for His glory. "I would like us to repeat 'The Lord is my shepherd' one more time," I said. A beautiful harmony came from the choir and the instruments. "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He restores my soul. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil." Abruptly, the singing stopped. The children spoke among themselves as they looked toward the gate at an unexpected visitor wearing a large hat. It was a secret policeman with an angry face. "Stop!" he shouted. The children all became quiet. From the gate, he looked over the whole group. Then he stared at me and pointed with his finger. "You," he said, "come to the police station with me." "Me? Why?" I asked. "You sing forbidden songs. Just come." I quickly found my shoes in the grass and put them on. I tidied my hair and started to pray. My heart beat fast. I knew I was in trouble. The policeman turned his back to us and waited for me. I had a minute to say goodbye to the children. I might never see them again, I thought. I hugged Lydia, Gabi, Christina, and Petronelle, the youngest ones. "Pray for me," I told them. The children came around me, 4, then 5, then 10. The circle became bigger and bigger and tighter and tighter. Soon they all crowded around me. I could not take a single step. Don't go," the 50 children pleaded. The smaller children started to cry. "Don't go, Genovieva, don't go." The policeman became impatient. "Are you coming or not?" he shouted. I tried to come, but I could hardly breathe, pressed by the children. "Sir, I can hardly move. You come and get me." He took a few steps towards me. At this point, all the neighbors in the street came out of their homes and watched. The policeman did not like that. He suddenly turned around and left. "Thank you, Lord," the children shouted. Will he come back? I wondered. Should we resume the rehearsal? The service starts in 2 hours. The children's tears had hardly dried when they heard the sound of a car approaching. It stopped near the gate. The same man got out accompanied by another officer in uniform. The officer hid his eyes behind big dark glasses. In a second, the children formed the wall around me again. "Miss Genovieva," the uniformed officer said politely, "we received orders to take you to the police station for a simple identity check. In half an hour, we will bring you back to your children. Please come." "Don't go, Genovieva," the children said and started to cry again. The officer was very upset. The cries of the children became louder and louder. "Jesus, help us, don't go, Genovieva." All 50 children were crying and praying in desperation. The voice of the policeman could no longer be heard. He made signs to me and ordered me to come. "I have to go," I said to the children. "Let me pass, make room for me." But it was a waste of time. The children did not move an inch. "Do you hear? Come. We are waiting for you," the policeman roared. "Come and get me," I said. "I cannot move. I'm stuck here." The 2 policemen stepped toward me. I imagined that they would scatter the children with their batons, but instead they turned around and left. I saw them get into the car and drive away. The children calmed down. "What a relief! Thank you, Lord," they said. Then Cornel and Julian had an idea. "We will watch at the gate while you practice in the garden. If anyone comes, we will let you know." I went back to the practice and resumed the same song. "I will fear no evil, for you are with me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies." Half an hour passed and I thought our troubles were over. Suddenly, Cornel and Julian came running. "A car is coming. It is a jeep with 3 aerials." The vehicle stopped outside the yard. I knew it came from the Securitate. Quickly, the wall of protection arose around me. 2 new officers got out. They spoke from behind the fence with calm voices to win the children's trust. "Miss Genovieva," one of them said, "we received a written order of arrest. The commander of the secret police in Suceava is waiting for you. You must come with us." "Understand," I said and nodded. I tried again to clear a way to the officers, but the wall of children prevented me. All 50 children were now crying and praying. "Miss Genovieva, we cannot return to our commander without you," the other officer said. "Come and get me," I told them. "I cannot get out." They took a few steps, but then it was as if an invisible power, much stronger than their order, turned them around. They left and didn't return that night. Oh, how wonderfully the children sang that evening.